Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Behind the Corner where I take you behind the scenes of running a YouTube channel and how Bauer's Game Corner did during the month of October 2021. So right now, I'm at my main analytic page. I'll take you to my dashboard. I'm going to show you everything. So this is what I see most of the time when I first log on to Kickstarter. But what you want to know about is how much money we made, what videos we're making money, what gained subscribers, what got comments, what did all that stuff. So we're sitting at 8,103 subscribers. Really happy about that. Hoping to get to 9,000 by the end of the year, but that's really unlikely now. But still, this is been my biggest years ever. Super excited about the direction of Bauer's Game Corner, but right now we're looking specifically from the month of October 1st to the 31st. How much I made, how many views I had. I had 55,000 views, which is 803 more than usual. And part of the big reason is that I was at Origins and I put up a whole bunch of YouTube shorts, which as you're going to see down here, I don't know about the YouTube shorts. And you'll see why. They don't make any money at all so far. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So you'll see the big spike for Origins, and then you'll just see it kind of trickle back down to around 1,200 views a day, 1,500, 16,000. When I do big videos, they get up to 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. I have no issues. That's fine. Watch time, slightly down, but that's actually to be expected because if we bump this back up to our 90 days, we'll see the Gen Con Bonanza, and the Gen Con Bonanza is where things just go crazy off the hook. You know, and that was us doing live streams. That was just doing tons and tons of stuff. But as you can see right here, this is still a good chunk right here. Because before that, you know, we're peaking in August in the 2000s. Well, let's get back to October. That's what we're here to look at. Subscribers, daily. So I will tell you, this always happens after every single convention I have, because you're like, wow, Forrest, you had a really rough week there. And yeah, it was. It actually was a little bit. It impacted my mental health just a little. I was just like sad because it was like I was riding high because it's like I was doing big subscribers and then just bam, -4, -6, -2, -3, -2. So that's like a whole weekend pretty much of losing subscribers. But it always happens after every single big board game convention I do because I post like tons and tons and tons of content, and some people are just like, you clog my page, and I've been told this numerous times. I unsubscribe and then I'll resubscribe, a month or two later, which, it is what it is. I try not to get down about it, but when it's like 6 days in a row, it's like, ow, that hurts. But so now you see how much I make on an average day, and we're going to break down which videos made money, which ones are the most popular after this. But now you can just see kind of broadly, $8.71, $6.28. It normally teeters between $4 to $6. So $3.41, $5. So that's about how much I make just off those videos. Now, I have other ways that I make income off of YouTube and off of Bauer's Game Corner. Not too much, but... So let's take a look at the top videos in the period. Oh, that's a good segue to say, so maybe you could check out my Patreon if you enjoy my content. So Siam Express, and this was where things got really weird. Because you see for the top of October, here are my top 10 most popular videos. YouTube short about the Chinese place in the food court at Origins with 14, it's 3,000 views. Pretzel review from the North Market across from Origins. Illuminati second edition, which once again just keeps on trucking. Get away, 871. Origins new generic sucks. This is where I was complaining about something at Origins. Fame's Diner, so we're food. 3 of the top 5 for food. All right, and I will tell you, I thought real hard about potentially doing more food reviews. I'm not going to do it except when I try new stuff and my family's okay with it. It's not going to be a thing you see routinely, but you will see it from time to time. Because that apparently is what's moving the needles on the YouTube Shorts. And once we get more in depth about the analytics of these 10 videos, you'll start to see why I'm still doing YouTube Shorts and why I think there's a good future doing YouTube Shorts. Greatest version of Twilight Imperium. Once again, so this is 5 of my top 6. All YouTube shorts. And then that stupid interview. HT Discount Tires review. Yeah, I reviewed the tire place because what happened was our tire was completely flat when we got out of Origins. It was me, my wife, my 8-year-old son. She's stressing out because she's preggers and it's just like, I don't want this kind of stress. We got to drive 2-3 hours to get home or whatever it was. And so we ended up having to drive the car to this discount tire place that we found on Google. And we had to refill the tire 3 times on the way there. It was raining. And then when we got there, it looked super seedy and shady. And my wife was like, I'm not going in there because it was just this big, it looked like a barn in the middle of the city. It was kind of weird, but they were super nice. Excellent review. But it's just so odd that that's what moves the needle on YouTube Shorts. And it's I'm trying to figure it out. And so then we get to the 8th most popular, Clue Suspect, the card game. Just keeps chugging along. This is a 2+ year old review. What if board games were like prison? This one's fun to see here. I did something completely out of my comfort zone. I did a YouTube short where I got shanked. Like, I actually got shanked about, someone bagging components. And it's good to see 829. I launched that October 29th. And that weird experimental thing got, I think, 22 likes. We'll get to that. And then we'll get to a Kickstarter critique. But let's zoom in on this stuff, because this is where we can really start to see some of the fun numbers here. So, how much subscribers gained? That's always a good one. Subscribers lost. Doesn't really tell us much most of the time. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at likes. And we'll take a look at... Do we have the money yet? We do not have the money. Obviously, got to get the money. Where's the money? Estimated revenue. All right, so we're going to look at the top videos that I had for the month of October based on the number of views and what that does to the metrics. So, as you can see, I want you to notice 0,000,000,000. These are all the YouTube shorts. You don't make a damn penny off YouTube shorts, even though I monetize those videos. It's like a weird thing. When you first put them out, they don't even give you the option to monetize them. You have to go in retroactively, then monetize them. But then they said that you only make money on the YouTube shorts when they're not on what's called the short shelf, which is all just this crazy behind-the-scenes jargon that I had to learn about. But I'm not making any money off those. But what they're going to do is every month they're going to give out a whole bunch of lump sum payments to a whole boatload of YouTube short creators. They're giving away like $100 million over 18 months or something crazy like that. I've yet to get one, but I'm going to keep doing the YouTube short segments, and that's why you see me experimenting a lot more right now with those YouTube shorts. Because I need content that's less than a minute, and... So that's why I'm just trying some different weird things. But then we have the Illuminati 2nd edition, the interview from Gen Con 3 years ago, maybe $5.56, and got 12 likes. I got 12 likes on that video this month. All right, and 2 subscribers gained. But here's what I was talking about with the YouTube Shorts. YouTube Short, 19 subscribers gained. YouTube Short, 11 subscribers gained. 3 subscribers, 4 subscribers, 2 subscribers. And these are newer people to my channel. Like... So that's really exciting to me that I'm bringing in a whole new audience and hopefully, digging their toes deeper into games. The discount tire one got me too. But let's take a look at, views. We got that one. Yeah, so I'm done looking at the YouTube shorts. And there's the other thing that I do want to mention. And because a lot of people might, and I thought this myself, like, oh, are people going to be annoyed by the amount of YouTube shorts? And then I look at the YouTube shorts, 0 subscribers lost, 0, 0, 0. Most of them are 0. Which means people that aren't interested just aren't clicking on them, which is what I've always thought. It's like, there's this wisdom on Kickstarter, or on YouTube, excuse me, that I've completely ignored forever because, I'm stupid sometimes, where it was you should do one thing, you should stay in your lane, you should be consistent, and so I decided I'm going to do a million things, and I'm going to do it all different and all inconsistently. And it's why I'm trying to get 9,000 subscribers my 9th year in, where some people, get that in the first few years. Even though it is harder now than when I got in. I was lucky that I got in when I did, because now it's just oversaturated with new content creators. And when I go look, and I see tons of them. I'm on Twitter a lot. I do the social media. I try to be more active on social media, and I see just tons and tons of people doing it. And then I go to their YouTube channels and actually see what their subscriber counts are, and it always makes me feel like a little bit better, like, oh, wow. It is, and what I mean by that is, not to put them down, but it's like, it's really hard to grind your way up now, because there's so many other people trying to grind their way up. And when I was in there, it was not that many. Maybe count them on a couple handfuls, tops. Okay, but now it's probably like 50, 100 plus. It's crazy. So anywho, we have the Clue Suspect card game. This is a review on here, but that's the other thing that I really am excited about right here. I want you to look at these videos, and I want you to say how diverse this is. Food review, Gen Con interview, just a random convention coverage, food review, convention. No, this one is just kind of, what would this is just like general interest. Like, it doesn't mention the convention at all. It's just it's a really nice looking version of Twilight Imperium that I saw being played at Origins. And so that's the kind of, and more videos like that are really what I need, because videos like that don't ever lose interest. You know what I'm saying? It's like Twilight Imperium is going to be a popular game for the next 50 years. I think we can all agree on that there will be people that will be pounding the drum and waving the flag of Twilight Imperium for a very, very long time to come. Because the bottom line is, if you have kids, and if you have Twilight Imperium, and you're one of those people who gets together to play Twilight Imperium, most likely if your kids are gamers, they want to play Twilight Imperium. Every time my kids come downstairs when I play Twilight Imperium, you know, when I get it to the table maybe 3-4 times a year, if I'm lucky, because normally we play it at my house, they were just like, oh, when can we play this? When can we play this? I'm like, we'll get there, buddy. So I think that having general interest videos like this are great to have. So we have a review. One of board games was like Prison, which once again, then we get to our first Kickstarter critique. Now that's really intriguing to me, and I think part of the reason why was I did a lot less Kickstarter critiques during the month of September and October. That might not have felt like it, but I did because my throat was like really, like doing those Kickstarter critiques, when I was doing 2 or 3 a day, it just shredded my throat. Right now, you know, just doing an extra video on top of it, I need to take better care of my throat. Once again, coolest dice tower ever. I like seeing this right here because this is just a general interest one. The coolest dice tower ever will be a relevant video for the rest of eternity, for all of time, which is great. And I need more stuff like that. Hopefully, you know, maybe this is actually making me think about how I just need to maybe do some more generic YouTube videos. I don't know. Like, I don't mind doing generic YouTube videos like this on YouTube Shorts, but I don't want to do, I don't know. I'm a weird YouTube elitist. Marvel Dice Code Kickstarter critique. This one, yeah, this was just launched 5 days ago. I know that was one that I wasn't a big fan of. So that one definitely got a little controversy. Subscribers lost 1, so someone was not happy with what I had to say, which it happens. But 21 likes says otherwise. 2 subscribers gained. And that's the other big thing. Let's take a look now. Let's take a look at subscribers gained. Let's see what's really moving the needles on the subscribers. Aside from YouTube Shorts, which, yeah, the top 4 spots, YouTube Shorts. Awesome. Too Many Bones, Game Found Critique, New Generic Sucks, Keep the Heroes Out. So it's mostly skip the rules videos. Oh, look at this. 2 on Don't Wake Daddy, 2 on Smack It. All right. Awesome. Like it. And that's another thing. So you might see that I have been putting up much more skip the rules style videos. And I can show you exactly why we do that. Because let's look at money. Because I know this is, and when we start to scroll down, you'll start to see why. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. Maybe $3.40. That game was like $5 on Amazon. So in 1 month, so pretty much from September 10th, I have paid for this game. And that's what I started to look at it like. Because the way I see it, and this is something that happens a lot when you're a teacher, when you're a lot with the kids lose rule books. Kids lose rule booklets so fast, it's ridiculous. I could put out a game, and then the next day, the rule booklet would be gone. And I'd just be like, God! So by making these skip the rule booklets for these very mass market style games, it's a great way to essentially float Bauer's Game Corner, if that makes sense. And what my plan is to have, you know, just while I'm still doing reviews and gameplay videos and the Bauer plays with himself and all these different segments and all these new things that I'm trying to do, these are going to fund a lot of it. Because I bet if I keep scrolling down here, there'll probably be about 10 of my top 50 videos. Once again, I have like 3,000 plus videos are these skip the rule videos. So if I could get a whole bunch of these that are just consistently churning money, you know, imagine if I had 100 of these red light, green light, 1, 2, 3 skip the rule videos, which is what I'm planning on. I just did sequence for kids today because the bottom line is a lot of people have realized that this is a way to make money on YouTube. But now that a lot of people have realized this, it's a lot harder to find the games to do it on. But I've been doing hours and hours of research trying to figure out which ones, which games to do it on. It sounds absolutely absurd, but I would literally spend like an hour on Amazon going through all the old school card games to see like how many print runs were of it. And it's just weird behind the scenes stuff. And now you see Kickstarter critiques and Game Found critiques. Why I love doing those? Because these are just $2. So I sit down here, I do a video, it gets views, it gets subscribers. Yeah, 2, 1, but it does $2, which is awesome. And then sometimes, like, look at this one. This is from January 10th, 2021. I did this Kickstarter critique almost a year ago. It still made me $2.58. And I've noticed that with the tech ones, they kind of have longer legs. It's kind of weird. But then again, I am very excited because I only started the Kickstarter critique a year ago. And I'm curious to see what's going to start happening to those videos once the Kickstarter games actually start shipping. Do they just completely die? Are they just dead? Because that's normally what happens with Kickstarter previews. You do a Kickstarter preview, once the game comes out and people start doing reviews and gameplay videos and all that stuff, your video is just dead. Most of the time. At least for me. Maybe it's just how I kindle my fire. So keep the heroes out. Beast Kickstarter critique. Void. So yeah, these are all just Kickstarter critiques. Kickstarter critiques. Bauer plays gameplay video, and this once again, this is what I'm talking about here. This is me trying to learn different things, because if you haven't seen it, and I shouldn't assume anyone knows this, I did a video where I actually covered why I bought this game. I specifically went to Target, and I bought a whole bunch. I bought like 4 or 5 of their games that were their newer games that had like next to no board game content on. Just bought brand new games, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to keep track of how much money these made. And so this one's made $21, but this is part 2. Oh, this is the one I want. Where's Neil Patrick Harris? Where is it? Where's old Neil? There we go. There's part 1. I want part 2. There we go. No, that's the unboxing. Wow, that's... Oh, here it is. That's why. It's my second most popular. So $4.80 earned. This is what I'm talking about right here. Oh, this is what I meant to do. Go back. Gotta click on the analytics. So since I bought that game, and here's how it went. I bought that game. I think I bought that game Friday night. I played that game Friday night. I upload that video on Saturday. And then I was just like, I wonder how much it's going to do. And that one gave me 28 subscribers and $91. It was like a $40 game. This is one video that I did because as I saw, this is part 2 as well. I have a phone call. It's like my 3rd phone call of the day. I might need to check that. And I did a review video of those. So that's something that I really need to get better at, is pinpointing specific, like I want to find out if there's a release date, like a solid way I could find out release dates for big Target games. But is there anything else that I want to show you? Let's show you what's going on right now at the channel, because this is also one of my favorite sections. This just shows you what's going on in the last 48 hours, and I like to end this segment a lot of times looking at this, because we looked into a lot of the numbers, a lot of the weeds. Let's see if there's anything else major that I wanted to take a look at. Average view durations, subscribers gained. No. Likes, let's check out the likes. 235. The Siam Express Origins food review. Of course. Of course. They're all 3 food. All 3 food. But then the greatest version of Twilight Imperium ever. And here's what I'm talking about. 59. Wow. And this is also really cool too. Because typically, and I do want to talk about one more thing before we go. I think this is really kind of interesting. But typically, these YouTube shorts, they get put on the short shelf, and then they get super popular, and then what'll happen is eventually, hopefully in the future, they get put on the short shelf again. And when you get put back on the short shelf, that's when things go really crazy. And then if you get put on the short shelf like a 3rd time, that's when you hit like hundreds of thousands of views. So that is the goal with these videos, and I think by making more of these generic style board game videos, like the ones that I did was like my favorite thing about, and then I talk about why something is my favorite thing in a board game. Those ones have very good long-term potential because, once again, look at the subscribers gained. So let's just say this greatest version of Twilight Imperium ever gets back on the short shelf and it gets 30,000 views. And then we're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 subscribers. Who knows what number? And so, yeah, and that's why, that's really the message here. I want to continue pushing forward through the YouTube Shorts, despite the fact the return on the front end is not what I had hoped. I'll be honest. You know, I was expecting at least some pennies. Some pennies, YouTube! Some pennies! I got 235 people liking my Chinese food review. Throw me a penny. Whatever. But back to this. So this has 39 likes, 9 subscribers gained. You say to yourself, why this particular Kickstarter critique? And I want to... and this people always say negativity is the way to go. And for some people, it works. It's very successful. But I will put it like this. I routinely get much more engagement, much more subscribers gain, much more everything pretty much when I do a really, really positive Kickstarter critique. Now, I'm never going to BS you. That's just not what I'm going to do. But why I'm saying that is they shared this. They were really excited about this. They actually tweaked something. I think they added subtitles. And so when they share it to their audience who's already excited about that, and so they click on this because they're just like, I want to hear people praising this thing that I'm already really excited about, you know, this is what happens. So trust me, if you ever see me doing negative Kickstarters and enjoying it, because I do, I always enjoy every single Kickstarter, good, bad, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying here. Just there you go. That's just behind the scenes stuff. Positive Kickstarters do much better than negative Kickstarters. Let's see. But this one actually, so yeah, here's a great example. I absolutely trashed the Thunder Road Vendetta Kickstarter. I thought it was really poorly done. I was not a fan of it at all. And so while it did get 24 likes, 1 subscriber gain, you know. So it's just interesting, just behind the scenes stuff. But let's get to the last 48 hours, because that's what I said we were getting to. So this is this little screen right here. We can check out the last 60 hours. We can check out the last 48 hours. So let's see. Of course, my workhorse, Illuminati 2nd edition interview Gen Con Bonanza. This is one of the weirdest things about running a YouTube is when you really look into the metrics, you'll have different workhorses. And what you're hoping for are videos that are what I call evergreens, just videos that will consistently, like there will be some videos that, and you can start to see why I love the skip the rules videos. Look at this, skip the rules, 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 skip the rule. Like half of these are just skip the rules videos because at any given time, people are going to need that. That game, this Smack It card game that Granny buys for her kid, for her grandson, is going to be in existence for 50 years potentially. And so those videos are going to have such long legs, especially if I can hit on these mass market ones. Remember when I talked about how I bought that Neil Patrick Harris game, the box 1, and I did a bunch of videos on it? This Red Light, Green Light was also part of that purchase. This was in the Chuckle and Roar series, which is the series that is a Target exclusive games. And so while it's only gotten me 2 subscribers, it's made its money back, $18.60. And this is probably going to be a popular item right now. Like, as I think you can still buy this at Target. You'll see it at Goodwill. It's just those rules are going to get lost. And now you might start to see why I'm putting a little bit more merit into those skip the rules video. Like this Farco Flip one. I will be brutally honest with you. When I found out that there was not a how to play video on Farco Flip, I flipped my lid. I was like, oh my God, I got to go buy that immediately. And I did. I bought it immediately. And then I played it immediately with myself. And then I did the skip the rules video immediately. And I put that up. And I'm already excited about it. Because the bottom line is that game of Farco Flip cost me like $5 and it's already made 5 cents in 2 days. This thing will pay for itself before Christmas, I bet. And you know what? I'll take a look at that. Now. Yeah, I'm very excited. I should start making some predictions and then going through that. But now you can see why I'm so excited about the propositions of doing some of these. And I'm going to make a bold speculation right now that one of my most popular videos of all time is currently sitting on my table right there. I'm not going to reveal what game it is, but I will tell you, I found an insanely popular mass market children's game that no one has a skip the rules video on, and I think it's going to be a video that does over 100,000 views long term. Just throwing that into the universe. I believe it. And once I get it up, we can talk a little bit more about it. Because right now, it's just like I'm scared to death. I was like, is someone else going to find this out and post this how to play video? It's so weird. Oh, and Zombie Gotcha. I also need to do one on that. But yeah, so there you go. I don't know what else. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at what's hot right now. 2nd edition, Brave Rat. So this is great. I do love this. This is the new YouTube short series where I have people either vote by thumbs up or thumbs downing, and I'm really excited to see what this does to the YouTube metrics. The prison one got itself a big... So let's check out the last 60 minutes. So this is a Kickstarter critique that just launched. Kickstarter critique. Rummy Cub review. Yeah, so this is just random stuff. But there you go. That's the behind the scenes of running Bowers Game Corner. If you enjoy this kind of content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And also, if you don't enjoy this kind of content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, because as you can see, I do a little bit of everything. As always, thanks for your time, YouTube. And please do consider supporting the Patreon, because that's what I'm supposed to say. You know, it's just how this works.